You've recently got involved in a new platform, Mummy Social, doing something quite interesting. Can you give us a little bit of an insight into why you invested and what it's all about?
I can indeed. Mummy Social is a very interesting project. For a long time I've looked at some of these sort of app-based businesses, such as Headspace. Forgive me, off the top of my head I can't think of another one, but Headspace, for example, which provides a social function. It does something that is beneficial to its users, that isn't not necessarily a material way, but psychologically. Mummy Social, it was quite serendipitous the way it came about to me, and I just thought, it really resonated with me. I thought, obviously I'm not a mother, I don't have any children at the moment, but I've heard at length about the troubles that mums have sometimes after having children. Whether that's the adjustment to not being at work anymore, you can imagine having a child sort of attached to you 24/7. That probably, I can see how that could be quite an isolating experience.
So Mummy Social is going to disrupt that space a little bit.
Mummy Social is in the process of disrupting that space. They already have 70,000 users as we speak, so it's had a really, the response has been fantastic to it. People, Josie Barron, who set the company up, her husband, God bless him, is away in maritime security, 2 or 3 weeks at a time. She's got 2 young children, and she set this all up with a very, very light budget and just really a lot of passion. And you have to get behind these things, because while there could be a commercial benefit from an investment point of view, what it will do on a social level is fantastic. And I think there's we're seeing more of these types of businesses, and I think it's fantastic when you can have a business that will generate return for you, but will also serve its clientele brilliantly. I'm not necessarily a sentiment investor, but you have to have a reason for doing things, and there has to be a sort of element of gut instinct in why you would do something. And for me, having seen the comments that the site and the app generates, it's clearly making a massive difference to people's lives who, are feeling isolated, who some of them potentially want to go back to work, and really the social aspect of it. Women who are able to come together and go, right, who lives in my area in almost a kind of dating app style, who lives in my area who I can get together with and have a coffee with once a week, twice a week, whatever it might be, and this allows them to do that, and because they're all there for the same thing, there's no judgment, there's no stigma attached to it, and I just think that is fantastic. There's some great people involved. You have Sarah Turner, who wrote The Unmumsy Mum and has just recently published her second book, which is a massive hit. Again, it's that whole thing that I feel a bit of a pretender sitting here talking about women and the great things they're doing, because obviously I am not a woman.
Not a woman, yeah.
But it's amazing, these women who they've got a hell of a lot on their plate with their children, yet they go out there and they want to boldly say, the media may portray motherhood and having a young child as this sort of wonderful, beautiful experience, and don't get me wrong, I fully believe it is. But there are times when one is clearly exhausted, hasn't had enough sleep, exactly. Yeah. And I think it's great that these girls are out there. Helen Skelton, BBC presenter and general presented the Olympics most recently. She's involved as well. And the fact that these women are out there saying, look, it's not all sunshine and roses, I think it's important. It's good to sort of make sure that people are aware of that. Obviously, that gives people a reason to come to the site, so they can go, oh well, I can relate to that, and I just think it's great.